Hey guys, working on a 2007 Acura MDX today. Got this car for my granddaughter and we're going through it, make sure everything's okay. It's got 160,000 miles on it. I don't think the tranny fluid has ever been drained and refilled. The car's been warmed up for the appropriate time and we went through all the gears and we're ready to drain. The recommended procedure is to remove a fill plug on the top of the transmission, which I did it once. I found it very difficult to get to. You have to remove the air box and a few other things to get to this, just so you can refill it. So I've got a little different idea we're gonna try. So we've got the Acura up on the lift. I'm fortunate I have a lift, but this can be done if you can jack the car up, put it on jack stands. And underneath, you'll see the drain plug toward the driver's side. And it's a 3/8 inch drive ratchet. So you want to pull the dipstick right up front here, yellow handle, which will allow the fluid to vent. Make sure the ratchet's fully engaged before you loosen this. And the drain plug has a magnet on it we can clean up. It catches any metallic debris. And I like these, I think they're paint buckets I got at Ace Hardware because they have measurements on the side so you know exactly what you took out. And it's going to be pretty close to 4 quarts. We're going to let that drain down. And this is actually the second time I've drained and refilled, and the fluid is just as black as it was the first time. I've got a few still pictures of the airbox removal after I did it and the parts required to give you an idea if you choose to go that route. I'll insert those in this video. So these are the parts I had to remove to get the airbox out of the way the first time and insert a funnel to add the fluid. So what I've got here to add the fluid is a home and garden sprayer, pressurized. And as you can see, I've dedicated this one to fluid transfer in my shop. I eliminated the tip and necked it down so that it would fit in the automatic transmission dipstick tube. And I also flattened one side, I think you can see, so it's not a tight fit. It'll allow air to escape as we're adding the fluid. So we'll see if this works. So rather than relying on information on the web, I like these buckets because you can see I'm just shy of 4 quarts of fluid, so if I put that amount back in, I should be fine. Of course, when you use this method, you're mixing old with new, so it's arguable it may not be the best, but this stuff is pretty nasty. So hopefully it'll get pinker after I do another one. And this is the fluid I'm using, the Valvoline Max Life. Everywhere I looked on the web, they say it's compatible with the Honda DW1. It's recommended and a lot more affordable. So one reason I like this method is when you warm up the transmission and drive around, go through the gears, and the fluid's warm, you want to dump it pretty quickly. And by the time you take off the airbox and all the parts associated, you've lost some time, not to mention the labor. So I warmed it up, I pulled it in the shop, I drained it quickly, and now I'm adding it without taking any parts out except for pulling the dipstick. So I'm going to do this a total of 3 or 4 times and see how the fluid looks. So I've got my 4 quarts of fluid and I've got her down the dipstick tube, and I'm going to start pumping the fluid in. So I've got one of these pinch clamps, whatever, to hold the handle closed so I don't have to stand here and hold it the whole time. And I think you can see if I get my flashlight here, Down in there is the pump inside the dipstick tube, and it's adding it as we speak. The vent seems to be working because I don't see any fluid backing out. So I'll try to give you a rough idea on how long this is going to take. But you can see it's dropping slowly. And it's pumped up, so you don't have to sit here and do anything. And actually, this is going a little quicker than I thought it would. It's only been about 3 minutes, and we're getting down to the bottom. And inside, nothing is leaking out. So it seems like maybe we've got a good idea. I did mark on my transfer pump where the end of the tube draws from. So as it gets down, I'll tip it in this direction to get all the fluid out. I suppose you could accomplish this with a real small tube adapted to some kind of a funnel, and you'd be sitting here pouring quart after quart. So I still think this is a time saver. She's almost down. So this time I didn't use the lift. I thought it'd be a little quicker and easier to jack it up and with the floor jack and put the bucket, so we're draining the fluid out with the jack lowered, of course. See how it looks this time. This will be the third draining I've done. So this is the third refill. The fluid still looked pretty dark. I'll do one more after this and call it good. So I hope this video has helped you guys. I think it's good for 2007 to 12 Acura RDXs. To me, it was a lot easier to use the vegetable sprayer or the weed killer sprayer. Cost you about 10 bucks, but save you a lot of time. So after you're done, check your fluid by the manual. They've got a protocol how to check it with the dipstick. Make sure it's up to snuff and you're good to go. Like I said, I did mine 4 times. The fluid was still darker than brand new fluid, but I think it had to do it a whole lot of good, getting that much fresh fluid in there. So thanks for watching, and appreciate any comments you might make. Have a good day.